I've had this book forever, and I tried selling it a bunch of times, and then I tried giving it away to anybody who purchased from one of my for sale videos, and nobody bit. So I took it, and it was in rough shape structurally. So I glued the signatures. I glued I removed one signature that was completely falling out. I just took it right out. And then I glued everything back in, and it held pretty good. It's pretty solid. And then I went through, and of course I emptied out the rest of my signatures. I pulled about between 4 and 5 folios per signature. These were really fat signatures. So I really gave myself some room to play, and I'm going to make a new cafe journal. So I want to use some of my phone book scrap pages, okay? If you are new to this, I make these, I use a phone book and I glue my scraps in them with Elmer's liquid glue. I put a layer down, I put pieces of paper, and then I glue over it. So it creates an entire sheet. This right there is not glued down. We're going to rip it, okay? We're going to just rip that. It creates a whole sheet, okay? It creates a new piece of paper. And it's nice because it's thin, like a telephone book page. And it has a little thin layer of paper on top from whatever book pages or whatever I've been doing. So I'm going to glue this to this. My corners are a little rough. We might have to add some book corners on there. But we are going to put this on here. Okay, I definitely need 2 pieces because I'm going to do the front and the back, and then we'll embellish our little scrappy page cover after that. I am going to make sure that I've got plenty of glue. I'm centering this on here so I get the entire cover, and then I will just cut all of the excess off. And I was going to do the spine. I was going to wrap the spine, but I might use brown paper. We're gonna experiment. Use your glue cover to burnish and burnish. So yeah, I wasn't going to start another coffee and tea journal, but I went through my stuff, my cafe journal, I should say, because it's definitely a whole thing. I went through my stuff and realized I had a ton of coffee and tea images that, of course, I had put aside many moons ago for the day that I worked in my coffee journal. This was like kind of making me crazy. So I already had a ton of stuff. And if you didn't see my other coffee journal video, you know, I pretty much finished. I put as much in there as I wanted to put in there. Okay. Just trimming this up. You're going to see, I think I might put brown paper for the spine. I don't know. We're going to see. I'll cut this excess off though, even though it's all wet. So we're going to wait. We're going to let that dry for a minute and put this on the back cover. So I've just been kind of wanting to open a new cafe is what it boils down to. So here I am, opening my new cafe in the form of a journal. Okay. In the form of a journal. And I'm using some of my pages that I've been hoarding because I'm like, oh, a great project is going to come along. But what better project do you have than a cafe journal cover, right? So I did a whole bunch of flea marketing in the last few days. I spent about, I don't know, 60 or 80 bucks, and that includes eating food at the flea market. They have this one church that's up there, and they do a fish fry, which is usually amazing. And today they've missed part of our meal, and we walked all the way back to the car, so we weren't going to go all the way back over there. And everything tasted dry and crappy, like, you know, like it'd been cooked yesterday and put out today, and I was kind of upset about that because the plates are 12 bucks a plate, you know. I don't spend 12 bucks a plate when I go out to eat at a restaurant. But we did kind of share, like, Lillian ate from our plates, and then Vera just had a hot dog, and then one, you know, she had some of my sides with me. She ate some of my fixins. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed. This is still wet, but I'm gonna cut it because last time it was so good, you know, and it just kind of bummed me out. Oh, you know, I should have probably glued this around here, right? Well, we'll paint. We'll do something. We'll do something. We'll figure something out. We will figure something out. But I do think it adds a level of structure to your covering. Okay, covering. But you know how it goes. I'm definitely feeling motivated. Like, I've got a lot of ideas for some of the journals I've got going. As of right now, unless I need to create a new one of an already existing one, like if I needed to make a new alphabet journal, which I don't right now, but if I had to, I don't foresee any new journal ideas in my future for right now. You know, that's going to change, obviously, because I change my mind all the time. And because I see other people's cool journals, I'm like, oh, I want to make a journal like that. So, but when it comes to themes, this is my last theme for right now. I don't really have many other theme ideas at the present moment. Not theme ideas that have been haunting me anyway, to the point where I'm like, I really need to make this. I really need to do this. What? Again? Bummer. So I had to go do stuff. So I just cut it. So, my binding, my spine, whatever the hell. What the hell is it called, man? What the hell is it called? It is called a spine. I have some brown paper from our last brown paper extravaganza. Maybe I can hold on. Oh my God. So Shelly came and stayed at my house last night, and with her came a truckload of stuff. So like, her and her husband loaded up a truckload of stuff that she didn't want anymore and brought it to me, which is very sweet. And so last night, as we're unloading the truck and putting the stuff in here, I said, oh, well, I could put this in front of my cabinet for now. I could put all these boxes in front of my cabinet for now, because I can go a couple days. I could go a few days without punches and die cuts and stuff. You know, I don't use them that much anyway. Well, guess who wanted a frickin' edge punch and can't get to them now? So what I'm going to do instead is straighten this out as best as I can judge with my horrible judgment. Okay. Like, how straight? Because I don't know if it's straight, because, like, I don't know if the papers on the paper is straight, and if the papering paper is straight. Just a whole sitch. This is a whole situation. But I am going to cut. Oh, man, I'm going to trim this just a touch. Okay. I didn't want to trim it crooked, though. So now I have to trim it even more to make up for the crookedness of my life. Okay, that'll be fine. And then I'll just trim this. And I don't care about over there, because I'm going to be cutting that off. Okay, I'm probably going to have to clamp this and leave it for a little bit. I don't think this is something that's going to dry in some super fast manner. Although, it seems to be doing okay now that I got the whole thing glued on. you know. I'm just going to trim. Sorry, I'm off camera. Even though I'm always off camera. Like, am I the only one? Am I the only one who does not know where my screen is and then I'm like off camera all the frickin' time? Okay. That's good enough. It ain't gonna be perfect. Okay, it's a junk journal. It is not gonna be perfect. So I was going to cut this nice with a punch, but since I don't have one, we will glue some lacy lace right along the edge, which hides any edge imperfections and helps balance it and even it out a little bit. Okay, just trust me. Just trust me. So yeah, we went flea marketing. We did some yard sailing. I have a lot of things. I mean, I didn't get a ton of stuff because I'm being kind of picky about the things that I purchase these days. Because I'm trying to clean this building out so that I can finish it. Is my goal. But I also want to craft, so it's hard because like I should just be cleaning right now, but I want to craft too. But I do like schedule time. This crafting right now is my scheduled. I schedule it for myself. And I do think that that is important if you're a busy person and, you know, you have to deal with children or you have to deal with grandchildren or you have to deal with a job and your hours are accounted for, you know, your hours are taken up for the most part. You need to find out how to schedule this for yourself. So I give myself a few hours of this a week. Okay. All right. So there is my cover. This lace, this is what ended up happening. I got a whole bunch of lace and most of it's okay, but some of it was chewed by mice. So this lace was in my trash lace pile because it was pretty much all chewed up. Like that's what this is. It's from mice. But I did have enough to do this on there. So I keep scrap lace because A, you could stuff it into something. B, you can use pieces of it. And C, I can make like a scrappy lace project of some sort, you know. Okay. So that is that part of it. Hold on 1 minute. I have to find my stencil. Okay. So this is my homemade black walnut stain. It is not an ink because I add a touch of rubbing alcohol to it to prevent moldiness from happening. It's been sitting in my drawer for a while, so I gotta shake it for a minute. So it is made 100% of black walnuts. There is nothing else in it except for a few drops of alcohol to prevent the mold. And sometimes you still get a little bit of mold, and when you do, you just scoop it out. It doesn't hurt anything. You're not going to eat the stuff you're making with it. It's just fine. So I don't know how this is going to work on this paper that's like kind of been sealed with glue. That's pretty cool, right? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, I guess. I kind of wish it was inked, but this will be okay. This will work. That's okay. We can work with this. We can do stuff with this. Okay, it's gonna be damp, I guess, but let's see if I can. Make like a reverse print of it on the back. There's a lot on there, so it can make a mess. So we'll just make a mess, I guess. Because it looks like a nice dark coffee, right? Nice dark coffee. Guess what I do have today? A brand new package of baby wipes. If you've been with me for a while, you know that I just ran out of baby wipes, and it has been quite an ordeal trying to remember to bring them down with me. So I remembered the other day when I was cleaning up and putting stuff away, because in my house, I always have this little pile of stuff that is to go to my shop. So I said, you know what? While I am thinking of it, grab these frickin' baby wipes and put them in your shop pile. So I did. I brought them down. I remembered them. Please, I deserve an award for this. Okay. I do like it. It's going to take a second. It's going to take a few seconds to dry. All right, so I do sell this. I sell it by the jar. It is 5 fluid ounces, and it is available for sale on my website and in my Etsy store. So go on and get you some walnut stain, because it is definitely worth it. Oh, I did the wrong damn side. Are you kidding me? This I want it to be the front. Malia. Steal not this book for fear or shame, for Phil, whatever the name is not your name. When you die, the Lord will say, where is that book you stole one day? And you will say, I do not know. And the Lord will say, please step below. Well then, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He lay us in green grass, but that ain't enough. Okay. Well then, this is the front. These are some coasters that I stole from Olive Garden. They were gonna just throw them out, so calm the F down. Okay, these are not in the greatest condition. Divine with desserts. There we go. I have another one for whatever. And I have to come up with a name for my cafe. So what should I call my cafe? I need a name. Hot Beans Cafe. The Brew Cafe. I like the cafe down the road from me here. They have one and it's called Higher Grounds. Get it? Grounds. Starbucks logo. Some hardwood, I guess. Or some brick. Yeah, because cafes, I like the brick wall with the old wood floors. So yeah, cafe. I need a name for it. I guess we'll start putting stuff in here. I don't have anything else, it appears, that I want to add. I was going to add some of this napkin to my cover, but I don't think I do. I don't think I want to do that. You know what we could do? It's going to be a little time consuming, but you know, we could do it fairly quickly, is paint some of the pages in this. I am going to make some accordions in this, but also I want to paint the crap, you know, so I need to paint some of the, I don't want all this crud. Okay, so I'm going to grab some paint and we're going to throw it on there. Okay, I grabbed some stuff for making some painting papers in this that I thought might be useful in this project. Vera wants me to go out and help her find some critters for this little thing she just built, so I'm gonna do a few pages, then I'm gonna go out and help her find some critters for this little, I don't know what it would be. She says she put a whole bunch of grass and rocks inside of a frisbee, and she is saying that she's building a habitat for these critters. So I don't know what she wants to put in there, but it's going to be like an apartment complex, apparently. Because she says she's going to put 4 things in there. I said, you know, just because they live together outside doesn't mean they want to live in close quarters, you know. I said they're probably, different species of things are probably going to fight pretty good. I don't know, maybe I think it's because I talked about making our little frog garden. If anybody wants to see the video of that, I'll make a video of that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the situation. I don't know what her situation is going to be with it, so it is going to be news to all of us. You know, this reminds me of the top of a cappuccino, this color, and it's called light mocha. So there you go. And this is literally just to make a color, just to cover up this pen mark with color. Because I wouldn't care on the inside of an accordion about pen, but I do care because this is all, and grunge is great, but grunge has its place, and it's not going to be right here. Okay. Went the wrong way, I went the wrong way. Too busy flapping my face that I went the wrong way. And I might not cover 100% of it, but if I can get the majority of the writing in this thing, that's all I'm going to care about. Add a little bit more on this edge, and then I'm going to call this part done. For now, you know, we're going to do some more pages in this, but this part of this page, because this is going to be, nah, I might not put 2 accordion. I might just do 1 accordion in this. So this could be a page. We could do something with this. Okay. My phone is crooked. I'm sorry. I can't get this thing to be straighter than it wants to be. All right, that's that page. Let's see. Are we dry? Are we drying? Oh, see, this is falling out. Bum, bum, bum. We'll tape it on this side. Okay, we'll tape it right now. Maybe I'll use regular masking tape. Apparently, all I have is this thick tape, but that will be just fine. Just fine. Okay. I might just glue those together because that's going to be a pain to deal with that. And I will do it at the bottom because it's a little, you know, it's a little folly of Hardy right there. But first I'm going to ruin this tape. I got this at Dollar General. I don't know. I bet you 10 years ago. I bet you I got this shortly after we moved into the house 10 years ago. So I just touched wet paint and then touched this, so that's why that happened. That is why. I guess I could paint this page. I guess I could do this one. Maybe dark brown, right? Because this page is pretty written on too. This was like the best book I could find for this project. It's a little bit smaller. I wish I had a book that was a little bit larger in size, like closer to my Yard Dreams. I guess that one looks a little bit bigger than this one. But this size will be just fine. Okay. It will be just fine. I guess it's a good thing that I'm not doing anything to the inside of this cover edgewise, except for painting it and making a mess, because I'm going to end up making a mess on this unless I backed it. And I don't back it, you know, I don't usually care enough. because I can always redo that later. You know, that's what's great about this art form, is that there are no mistakes. There are none. It's all just new steps. It's all just the next step. Okay. There is no such thing as a mistake. And, you know, even with projects, like I've got one journal that I started many, many, many moons ago, and I have not finished it because my vision for it has changed. I can't think about, you know, what I wanted to do with it. I can't put myself in that mind space. You know what I mean? I had a great idea when I started it, but I ran into some snags with the cover, and I just didn't finish. Even though it's all together, okay? It is all together. Like clouds, right? It's like clouds. Sometimes I don't know what I dislike more, the phone or the holder. I mean, you know, this phone's been really good with a lot of things, but I think it's just I don't think technology, it's so buggy, you know? And it's like, it's getting buggier. Well, I remember when I got my old phone, right? It was fast and did not hiccup at all for the first year I owned it, okay? So why is this phone so buggy? And I got it in January, and it's been buggy right off the bat. Are they building things worse? Is that what's going on? Is, you know, or maybe I'm doing more with it. I don't know. I don't feel like I am. I mean, I'm editing stuff and I'm listing things and I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I did a lot of stuff before. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. But it makes me mad sometimes. It just makes me mad. Okay, so this one dried. This one isn't too bad. You know, I don't know like where I'm gonna glue pages together and stuff. So I'm kind of just, any one of these pages is so disgusting, you know, like they're all so gross. Let me just kind of clean up my wet spots here. I really am enjoying this nice, cool summer that we have been having. It's been very nice and very cool. Okay, that looks nice. Let's see. This color made me think of a cafe. I don't know why. It's probably just the soft pinkish color. So we're just gonna put a little bit of this. Maybe we won't put any of this, because it's like a big booger. Maybe we can get all that paint out of that big booger. Because they do, if you paint boogers have a lot of stinking paint. Okay, they have a lot of paint in them. this I'm going to need to put something behind it because it's going to get on my other page.
Pinkish, and maybe some of this tannish color. Yeah, I kind of love this pink.
Alrighty. I have to name my cafe before I can finish this cover. And I guess I could just do some painting and speed it up, maybe. Maybe do some in a solid color. Ooh.